Okay, we have an FOMC meeting that's just being announced right now, and we can clearly see that on this 60-minute chart, we're popping in the Dow. And then that was the knee-jerk reaction. Fed is going to taper $5 billion. So basically, this is what we call a knee-jerk reaction on the Dow. The Dow right now had popped up to the highs. You can clearly see right here that the Dow is only up 20 points. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 on a FOMC announcement. And I'm just waiting for the data to come up here on the S&P on a 60-minute chart. So I'm going to blow it up. We just got the announcement. And right here is where that S&P is, up only 1.56. The Dow Jones spiked, and now it's selling off. So that's the indexes right here. As far as the Nasdaq composite on a 60-minute chart, we can see that 60-minute bar right here. We just want to let people know where that was, and we'll be giving you more as we go along. They're also saying that inflation is running well below their targets. And once again, the Dow is only up 12 points, 11 points. And here's a 60-minute chart on the Nasdaq composite. And actually, we're going to take a look and see here. I'm going to draw a trend line on this 60-minute chart on this S&P 500 on this FOMC announcement, so that new MMT traders can get an idea of what actually happens. Dow is only up 7 points. It's flat. I'm going to have to find out more data, which I will. This is an MMT chart. We popped up to 7,180 on this FOMC announcement. You can see the 3-minute reaction to what the Fed has to say. Now, all my new MMTs that are coming on board, it's very important how you see a price spike and what they did. We are now negative across the board. Another thing is that it's a knee-jerk reaction to a major headline. I'm also going to put the S&P 500 right here, which I have done. And that one there has totally, the S&P 500, you can see it. That's a 3-minute, that's a 6-minute. This is an announcement by the Fed. And this is a knee-jerk reaction. It's live, it's here, it's right now. Now we're going to go bargain hunting for the stocks that have dropped down in a knee-jerk reaction. One of the things that we are going to tell people is there is a certain way to trade it. And that's why we're bringing it live. That's why we're bringing it live. Now, I'm going to show the reaction to the Nasdaq composite as well. So basically, here is the reaction to the Nasdaq here. Here's the reaction to the S&P, and here's the reaction to the Dow announcement. So once again, we're going to put these bottoms in, and we're going to go hunting for stocks. I want my new traders from around the world and all of our MMT traders right now to see what it's like to trade an FOMC meeting live. So we spiked, and we've gone down 6 minutes here, a 3-minute, 6-minute here, a 3-minute, and a 6-minute here on the Dow Jones. So we can clearly see right now that I will pull this up just a little bit. This is the Nasdaq composite. Right here is the S&P. Right now we're down 27. Nasdaq is down 12. 100 Nasdaq is down 16. S&P is at 1933 minus 5.22. And this is live. This is here. This is now. And I'm just going to show what exactly happens. I'm going to come back on this live event with my other traders right now. And stocks are also gapping down. And that's when we're going to go in and start buying what they have to say. And we will be talking more about it. That's a 6-minute. That's a 6-minute. Mathematically right to a T. Mathematically on the Nasdaq. Mathematically here on the S&P 500. I'm going to be able to get the actual data now. One thing that we have done on that knee-jerk reaction right now, the Dow is now in positive territory. So indexes are going back towards their positive area. I'm going to go on pause for a moment, and I'm going to start setting up some great trades, and we're back into positive. This is a FOMC announcement. So one of the things we're going to talk about is exactly what they said. The FOMC meeting right here, that was that big down bar in the Dow, and we popped right back up in that volatility. So as that announcement comes clear, Janet Yellen will be coming out on the tape in about 20 minutes to talk more about it. As you can clearly see here, a big, super big red bar down here on that S&P 500. And this is the S&P 500 on a 3-minute, and we're popping right up. And stocks are doing the same thing. This one here is the Dow. I said that the S&P 500 leadership stocks are popping off of the news. First they sold down, and then they popped up. On this 3-minute bar on the Nasdaq composite, we went straight down, and we are popping, and equities are going up in the volatility as well, and they're following the key indexes on this knee-jerk Federal Reserve action that in 20 minutes Janet Yellen will be coming out. And Nasdaq composite here, S&P 500 here, Dow Jones right here. And I'm going to tell you that we teach people how to trade the FOMC knee-jerk reaction, and that there's a great trade. Stocks drop down and they're bouncing. This Nasdaq composite right here, the S&P and the Dow all are getting ready to go up and make all-time highs in the indexes. The Dow right now is at 42 points. NASI 100 up 14. S&P 500 at 2004, up $5.35. And I'm letting everybody know how to trade that knee-jerk 369. Boom. 369. Boom. How to trade the stocks, how to get that bottom entry, and how to keep this move going on a time of 11:13 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The date is 9/17/2014, and I've got a lot of my traders over here on my teletype. They're all getting net long. They bought those bottoms, and the indexes are confirming it. Look at that volatility. Equities are going straight up. How to trade an FOMC meeting, how to get the stocks to follow the indexes is the key event. We're updating our live entry on that Tesla Motors that got down here, and Tesla now has a great breakout from that FOMC meeting, and here is the Tesla, TSLA, and it's popping very nice. Right here on that knee jerk, and they're following the indexes. This is Tesla, and guess what, folks? This is Netflix, and it has a great move, and everything is going right in with the indexes on a 369, a 3. Then we have this little area, 6-9 big breakouts. Tesla continues to go higher. Netflix continues to go higher on the FOMC. Here we go with that knee-jerk reaction on Apple Computer. You can clearly see how the leadership stocks follow that announcement and what that volatility is in an FOMC meeting. And this is the Apple 3-minute chart breakout with profit. We have right here that trade that our big guys did. We had a $4 move right up to 581. It's live off of the FOMC to 585, and we were trading the call options, and we have traders that are trading the stock, and we're getting out of it right now. But that is that knee-jerk reaction. That is an FOMC knee-jerk reaction to price volatility. And our new MMTs, you have it here live, and this is what we do. We trade that volatility. Here we have Baidu, B-I-D-U, making highs, getting long, understanding how equities follow indexes. but most importantly is how you ring that cash register here and now. They popped it down. They went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 16ths in our platform. Yes, they did. And we're making all-time highs over here. 219.18 on Baidu. 73 highs, 33 lows. But this is how do I trade the stocks? How do I trade FOMC announcement? Or how do I trade earnings? Or how do I trade headline volatility? All my new MMTs are doing quite well on these trades. It's live, it's here, and it's now, and the profits are here. You got to learn how to get it done. Go to stockmarketfunding.com. We are going to do a follow-up on the S&P 500. Once again, as we go through Janet Yellen in the next 18 minutes or so, she's going to come on, and I'm letting you know how equities follow the indexes, and that is the big breakout, and a follow-up on that S&P 500 big breakout. It's here, it's live, and it's now, and the time 11:19 a.m., and that's Pacific Standard Time. Date, let us not forget, 9/17 of 2014, and we're about 11 minutes into this, and that again is the S&P. Once again, I'm pulling up the Dow, and that Dow, that's that knee jerk now, and it's all done on a 3-minute. Let us not forget though how the Dow and how the S&P are running neck and neck, and how equities go higher in the announcement. And then once again, my new MMTs, my new traders around the world. This is how you trade volatility. Once again, the Nasdaq stocks follow the Nasdaq. They go straight up, and we're still maintaining that big breakout and that volatility. Oh, my traders, I can tell you, when you get volatility and the indexes break out, stocks follow, and they break out with it. And that's understanding the indexes relative to the Nasdaq composite, the Dow stocks. You got 30 stocks, and you have 500 stocks here in the S&P. Now, one thing about that S&P is how it's got that resistance level up there, but it's maintaining that volatility pop right now. Once again, I'm giving you all three indexes, MMTs, and our stocks are flying higher right along with it. And now is the time to start selling out of some of those great positions that we have on Tesla, that we have on Netflix. We had Pop and Baidu. Those three names were the most heavily traded by our MMTs, and they're selling and taking profits. And this is all about knee-jerk reaction. It's all about the live event. It's all about the FOMC. And I will be updating the Q&A session with Miss Janet Yellen, who is in charge of the FOMC, and what that verbiage and that word is going to be as to how these markets are going to look at this after today, and how that volatility trade pays a lot of money, and you can't deny the move. And once again, I'm going to do the following. StockMarketFunding.com is before you now. The free trial tab, click on the free trial and just get started now and read the content. If you want to open an account, you go to the following. You go hit the open account, you watch the videos, you hit the open account, and we will be giving your trading account buying power. So you'll get your trading account funded, you'll get back into this bull market, and you'll get everything that you need, and you will have our market maker management. You will learn how to trade volatility like you see before you now, and you learn how to trade the options. You'll learn how to trade the equities. You'll get the market maker management behind you, as you see now.